Today me and Maya are reading Mr. Putter and Tabby, Spill the Beans. Who's it made by?
Cynthia Rowland and Arthur Howard.
Wow. And why is the name Arthur? That's so weird. And this is a Mr. Putter and Tabby series, just like all of them. We're still in that series, Mr. Putter and Tabby. There it is right there. Mr. Putter and Tabby series. Okay, so let's look at the back. It says beans, beans, beans. What does it say, Maya?
A cooking class all about beans. What's so exciting about that? Mr. Putter is about to find out.
What's going to happen, guys? All you have to do is listen to the video, then after that, give it a like and subscribe. So let's go ahead and get started. Mr. Putter and Tabby, spill the beans. Mr. Putter and Tabby, spill the beans. Neighbor. Mr. Putter and the fine cat Tabby lived next door to Miss T-Bear and her good dog Zeke. They were all good friends and neighbors. Together they liked to do things, take long walks, and they had tea.
I'm sorry. I can't speak.
Oh.
And sometimes they tried new things. The new things sometimes worked out, and sometimes they didn't. But every new thing was an adventure.
One day, Miss T-Berry called Mr. Putter, and she said an idea.
And she said, "That's why they put that like that. It's kind of confusing."
And she had an idea for something new to try. Something new and fun, she told him.
Mr. Putter was trying to fix his faucet. It was dripping. When Tabby tried to sleep in the sink, the water dripped on her head. I hope this new and fun thing fixes faucets," said Mr. Putter.
It's more fun than that, said Miss T-Berry. It's cooking class. Cooking class? Asked Mr. Putter. Cooking class did not sound like fun.
Sound like something new and fun to him.
Are you sure it's about the fun part? Asked Mr. Puddler. Of course, said Miss T-Berry. Trust me.
When he hung up the phone, Mr. Putter thought about the many times he had trusted Mrs. T-Berry. "I'm still not sure about the fun part," he told Tabby. Tabby just purred. The faucet wasn't dripping anymore. She could nap until things become new and fun.
Mr. Putter drove off to the cooking class with Miss T-Berry and Zeke. Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure the class has only beans? Asked Mr. Putter. Yes, said Miss T-Berry. We're going to learn 100 ways to cook them. Whoa, that's a lot.
Yeah. Mr. Putter looked at Tabby. He did not know what to learn. He did not want to learn 100 ways to cook beans. What he wanted was an ice cream soda. He wanted an ice cream soda with strawberry ice cream and a cherry on top. He did not want beans. He did not want 100 ways to cook them. But he wanted to make Mrs. T-Berry happy, and sometimes their new things worked out. When they had gotten to the hair show, he'd won a case of shampoo. That made a very good door stop, and when they had gone to the book festival, he'd seen a whole new side of Tabby. Mr. Putter would make the best of beans.
The cooking class had many students. Mr. Putter and Miss T-Berry were the only ones who brought their pets. The teacher said, Tabby and Zeke are welcome to stay under the table.
Mr. Putter did not think Zeke could stay on the table longer than 2 minutes, but he didn't tell the teacher that. He also didn't tell the teacher that he wanted an ice cream soda. He told himself to think about beans. Only beans, beans.
The teacher showed the class the first way how to cook beans. Mr. Putter was wide awake. Tabby purred. Zeke scratched.
Zeke was scratching.
And Miss T-Berry was taking notes.
When the teacher showed the class the seventh way to cook beans, Mr. Putter was yawning, Tabby was purring, Zeke was sniffing, and Mrs. T-Berry was taking notes. And when the teacher showed the class the 14th way to cook beans, Mr. Putter was snoring, Tabby was snoring, Zeke was chewing on somebody's granola bar, and Mrs. T-Berry was taking notes.
The woman who on the grill bar, Zeke chewed on.
Keep going.
On the side to stretch his.
Decided she needed a snack.
She reached under the table and to put her hand on in her purse, but didn't know not go into her purse.
Yeah.
Her hands went to Zeke. Sloppy, chewing, crunching, gooey, wet mouth, full of
granola. I can't get it.
Uh-oh. What, there's a page stuck? Oh, shoot.
There you go. The woman screamed. Zeke barked. Everybody jumped. The table tipped, and beans started flying.
Whoa!
Look at them crocs.
Huh. It took a lot of beans to teach them across about 100 ways to cook them. It was amazing. Beans could only
can land
once they start to fly.
Start flying.
All of these students.
Mm-mm.
Sundada?
No. No.
Is that a bad word?
No, sudden.
All of a sudden, Mr. Putter and Tabby were wide awake. Miss T-Berry had stopped taking notes. Mm-hmm. Zeke was eating the first and 7 ways to cook beans. The teacher had faded.
It looked as if
No, I'll do it. Oh. It looks like if it was going to be a quick... That was a new thing that quick would work out.
Quite.
Work out.
It's stuck to each other.
Oh, shoot.
Man, is that breaking the page? 7 sodas. At the ice cream parlor, Mrs. T-Berry helped Mr. Putter pick beans out of his collar. Mr. Putter helped Mrs. T-Berry pour beans out of her purse, and Tabby and Zeke helped each other with a banana split.
At last,
At least
14 ways to...
At least.
Learn 14 ways to cook beans, said Miss T-Berry, and learn how to sleep sitting up.
Mm-mm.
I learned how...
What is this word?
Sitting up. Sleeping, standing up, said Mr. Putter. That's a page, all right.
They both took a sip from their ice cream sodas. They both looked at Tabby and Zeke, and they stayed under the table, said Mr. Putter. Yes, said Mrs. Tabby. Mrs. T-Berry, and at least Fall is still standing.
That's why they're laughing, because
at least that it was still standing.
The end.
It's not done. The illustration of this before done.
The end. Well, there's only one thing to say. Thank you for watching this video. If you want to see more, you guys subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.